Welcome to What's Poppin Friday, where we bring the heat, the pop, and all the juicy stuff in between. And today we have quite a guest, right, Fernando?
That's absolutely right.
Oh, by the way, I'm your awesome host, Mark Santoyo, and I have an even more awesome co-host.
Fernando.
Absolutely. And today we have a tremendously awesome guest. And our tremendously awesome guest today is Yesenia Galvan. Say hi, Yesenia.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my God. Thank you for being here today. We are honored. And, man, we're ready to have some fun. This is going to be a real fun conversation here. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I mean, we already have a little bit of the alcohol flowing and stuff. And actually, before we get going, we got some delicious popcorn, of course, on What's Poppin Friday. We're always going to be featuring some nice, delicious, hot popcorn right out of the microwave. It's microwave popcorn, this one. All right. But anyhow, we have also a very delicious cocktail here. Tell us what we have, Yesenia.
We have ginger ale and Jameson.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Fernando?
I think sounds very good. Let's give it a try.
I
Cheers.
love it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Absolutely. Ginger ale Jameson. I love it.
Delicious.
Oh, my
Very
goodness.
good, very
I
good.
love it. How'd you come to pick this cocktail? Because we ask, what's your favorite cocktail? We want to make sure that we feature it here and we have it for you ready to go. And why did you end up on Jameson Ginger Ale?
So that's actually always been my go-to. Since I learned when I was 21 years old that I can't do tequila, I can't do vodka, and I can't do no other type of alcohol, but
So you learned all
whiskey.
this by age of 21. So I'm guessing you
Yep.
started experimenting by what?
at 21.
7, 8
at
years
21,
old?
but I didn't wake up with a headache the next day with whiskey. So I was like, oh, perfect. Got it.
Wow.
So you tried them all
I
out
tried them
at
all.
the age of 21.
At the age of 21, I said, let's go hard or, so experience.
But
And ever since,
now,
been good.
now let's be serious here.
Okay,
let's
fine,
be
fine.
Let's be perfectly clear. Do you think it was just a Jameson that didn't give you the headache the next day, or was it just that your body got accustomed to the alcohol, being that you started drinking so at such an early age?
man, I think it's the whiskey. I'm just going to
That's
say
what it
it's the
is. You're a
whiskey. It's
Jameson
what it
girl.
is. I am.
All right, cool. I have no problem with that at all. And thank you for having it because we get to have it too. And I don't even drink, but I have to drink with you. So
There you go. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
cheers to that. Cheers to that, guys. Cheers to that. So, Yesenia, the question number 1 for you is, what's poppin'?
What's poppin' is making people's dreams come true. That's what's poppin'.
Wow.
Helping them
I love
accomplish
that.
homeownership.
All right.
Yep,
Good.
that's what it is.
I think that is a beautiful thing, making dreams come true.
Yep.
Now, hey, I love doing that too. So I'm glad that we all have that in common. And Yesenia, let me ask you this. How did it come to be that you're like, I'm going to do real estate because I want to help people. I want to make their dreams come true?
Well, initially, I think I have always been not wanting to be stuck in a 9 to 5. I was a medical assistant for 13 years.
Oh, wow.
And I think at that point, I had some personal issues happening, illnesses in the family. So it kind of led me to say, I can't stick to a 9 to 5. I kind of need something more flexible. Not that it's going to give me more time, but something where I can manage my own time and my hours. So yeah, that's kind of where I ended up in real estate. I think real estate found me. I wasn't really pursuing it. I actually did general contracting for a year.
Get out.
And then this opportunity came up and I said, you know what, let me try it. I actually thought about it for many years and I just never went for it.
Wow.
Was it the TV shows?
It was not actually. I know. But okay, maybe.
Did you see Fernando on all
Flip or
these
flop. Maybe that was the cause.
Selling Sunset or whatever? Or maybe you saw one of Fernando's reels on
Yep,
social media. And
exactly.
you're
That's
like,
just where it was.
I want to make it look sexy like that too.
Exactly. I want to be up there just like
Well,
that.
that's how I got into real estate, by looking at his reels. Well, thank you very much.
Perfect.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you
guys are-
guys.
I saw it on VHS. I saw a little reel on VHS. Popped in the tape. Like, who's that guy?
That speaks the age.
there you
Speaks
go.
the age.
Absolutely.
Reels.
Actually, not
reels.
the age. Not the age, the experience.
I like it. Yes, experience, definitely. So you're like, I'm making dreams come true. Real estate came to you, right? You were walking down the street and you just bumped into this house and you're like, well, let me sell it.
Yep.
Why not? Since I'm bumping into these houses left and right, they're all over the place.
Yes.
So I know that just from personal experience, watching you at work, watching your element in your zone, I've seen you like, man, you take great pride in what you do. And I hear you talk to your clients, and I could tell that you really cared about them and about helping them. And I hear you say a lot of times, hey, Mark, at this point, I just want to get them a house, right?
Yeah.
I want to make their dreams come true. Where the heck does that come from, Yesenia?
I think it comes from deep within my soul. I think seeing smiles, seeing people happy, people accomplishing their goals, I think that fills me. I think that makes me happy. I genuinely care about other people's success.
It seems like that comes from a little bit of the previous background, right?
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
think
you
so
saved
too.
a lot of lives during those 13
Yep,
years.
that too.
Now you're saving lives with home ownership.
Exactly.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is deep.
I love
it.
that. Yes,
Jeez,
there you
I
go.
told
See
you he
another
does-
perspective.
I love it. You know what? It all comes from the poetry that he does every weekend. He dedicates at
Love
least a
it.
few hours to that. You should read some of his poetry. If you guys have not read some of his poetry, please. Where do they get it at? OnlyFans? Oh, no, sorry. Okay, that's not the poetry side. That's the other side. I
other
apologize.
side.
But that's your real moneymaker.
Wrong
However, poetry is good, right? Poetry is good. Very
Hey, I'm
poetic.
telling you, Mark, you got to start sharing my secrets, man.
All right, sorry about that, Fernando. I promised already. Darn it.
All the secrets out.
I'm not a very good friend, I guess. But anyway, yeah, no, absolutely. So you're making these dreams come true. And you know what? What would you say is the clients that you love to help? Like, is there an area that you specialize in? What do you mainly? Who do you help? Who do you mainly work with?
Kind of like my niche, you
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah,
what's
I'm
my
sorry.
niche in
What is
general?
your niche? Yeah.
So pretty much at that point, I think it's too early on to know what my niche is. I think right now I'm seeing a lot of referrals from past clients that I have closed. It's a lot of referrals.
Wow. And how long you been in the business for?
A little bit over a year,
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're already getting referrals.
and I'm already getting referrals.
That speaks
Yes.
volumes there. So you're doing something right.
Yes, and I gotta share this because Yesenia is a very humble person, and I appreciate that. I like to think I'm a pretty humble guy myself, but Yesenia was actually the Rookie of the Year for REMAX Loyalty for 2024.
That is right.
That is so awesome. How the heck did you achieve that? Because I know that you were also doing another career in 2024. You came back into 100% into real estate, ready to rock and roll. You inspired the heck out of me. How the heck did you achieve that, Yesenia?
Hunger. Bottom line is hunger.
Hunger.
Yep, and having a reason why.
There you go. That why
Yep.
drives the heck out of you. Good, because I see that drive. And I'm telling you, very inspirational for myself and very inspirational for a lot of other people around you, a lot of your colleagues. They're like, oh my goodness, Yesenia is kicking butt. So fast forward to this year, awards night, REMAX Loyalty Awards night. Tell me what was going through your head when they were announcing the Rookie of the Year for 2025 REMAX Loyalty is Yesenia Galvan. Yeah.
I know. I was shocked. Number one, I was super shocked. Great accomplishment. Didn't think I was gonna get there. Was that my vision? Yes, 100%. One of my visions was be a top producer at some point, and I earned it. That's another accomplishment in February, which was my birthday month. So yeah, just those are the biggest accomplishments that I can say God has led me and has guided me until I got there. And I'm so blessed to say that I've helped many families and continue to do it. I think those were pretty much my main feelings that I had.
You see, so that was her shocked face. Because Fernando said $20 and that was her buzzed face. But no, that was her shocked face. I told you,
That
right?
was.
She was shocked like, me? All right.
No
22 bucks."
way.
Like, come on. You knew already that was going to be yours from the get-go.
No, I really didn't.
No idea?
I had no idea. I had no idea at all.
Hey, I have a quick question for
Yeah.
both of you. I think we haven't explained here. So, Who do you work for? Or what office are you? I mean, Mark
Yeah,
mentioned
who is you?
REMAX.
Who is
Yeah.
you?
Who am I? Well, I work with
Yeah.
the best brokerage in
Okay.
Chicagoland.
Amen.
And that is REMAX Loyalty.
Awesome, awesome.
Yep, it is REMAX Loyalty. And I am part of the Santoyo group,
All right.
which I am super proud of being part of.
I love it.
And yeah, that's where I work, and that's where I've learned all my tricks and all
tips
my
and
knowledge.
tricks.
It has been from that brokerage itself and the team.
All right. And I got to say, the Santoyo group, so with all the odds stacked against you, including the Santoyo group, you still managed to be Rookie of the Year. That is incredible. I'm just kidding.
So now with all that great mentoring that you've been receiving, what does a typical day look like for Yesenia Galvan?
So every day is a little bit different. For sure, morning prayer, morning positive affirmations. For sure, it's a go-to every morning. Usual day, first thing follow up, check emails, get my daughter ready, send her to school. Calls, schedule showings, make sure my clients are up to date with what process we're in throughout the transaction. And yeah, that's pretty much what my day looks like.
Good.
Yeah, I get a little 15-minute break to eat, here and there,
Oh my goodness, you
in
get
the
to
car,
eat. Wow,
in
that's
the car while driving. It's like, hey, I'm eating while getting to my next showing. So yeah, it's hectic, but
all
it's
right.
I
hope
love
your
it.
insurance agent doesn't see this podcast.
I hope
Yeah, I
not
know,
either.
right?
I'm just
Absolutely.
kidding.
Yeah, I don't know if you're like me, eating breakfast, doing your makeup,
Right.
doing your hair with the blow dryer.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, there you go. That happens. Absolutely. Yeah, you and me both. But
Amazing hair, by the way.
thank you.
You're
Appreciate it. I try really hard,
Yeah,
and
I know.
sometimes you just don't get that appreciation. People
Yeah.
don't understand the time that it takes in care. But anywho, enough about me, because I don't like talking about me.
Oh,
But today we want to know about you, about Yesenia. So, Yesenia, top producer, Rookie of the Year 2024 at REMAX Loyalty. And then February, you get hit with top producer of the month for February. Incredible. And here's the thing. You have to know what the heck is going out there because, you have your ear to real estate. You're like the real estate whisperer. So let me ask you, what are you seeing out there? What are the trends that you're seeing?
Right now, I feel like more properties are coming out in the market. I feel that inventory has been on the lower side, so it's been a little bit, complicated for buyers.
Ongoing struggle, huh?
Right, ongoing struggle. There's more competition for buyers. So I think, negotiating, running them comps, making sure that your clients are, submitting what the value is, being competitive at the same time, and explaining what it is to be competitive, right? Because there's many aspects of it that you can, win certain offers, but there's certain things that you got to watch out for your own buyers.
Right. No, absolutely. And I think that a little Jameson and ginger ale helps you navigate that.
Oh,
because
definitely.
sometimes
Is
you're
that part
just-
of your secret?
That is. No,
That's
not at
part
all.
of it.
Not at all.
That's awesome. So a lot of multiple offers, a lot of competition. What do you do? How do you get the leg up on the competition? Because you've been able to win a lot of these multiple offer situations that are going out there. What is it that you do for your clients?
I think I communicate. I think communication is big, especially when you are competing. Keeping in contact with that agent, making sure you are front in the line, making sure you let them know the importance that it is for your client to get this property. And I think that's one of the main things that I can say that I use to my advantage.
Nice. And with touching on that, actually, what do you think is what people out there in the public don't see of what a real estate agent does, or they don't quite understand?
Oh, I think that a lot of people probably think that this is easy, right? That it's just showing houses, probably dressing pretty, and but it's not. There's a lot of background. There's a lot of making sure contracts are written correctly, making sure you're in contact with the attorneys, making sure that your client is having a stress-free transaction, right? That's our goal. Our goal is for us to take that stress, for us to problem solve for them, and they don't feel stressed out while going through that transaction, because it is an emotional roller coaster for us and for themselves. So I think that's a part that's kind of hard to navigate our emotions as well as our clients' emotions.
Sounds like way more than just opening doors.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, no,
It's
absolutely.
more than turning keys for sure.
It's
Yeah.
a whole lot of navigating of
Yes.
emotions and situations. And I think that's really what helps you shine a lot because you're able to deal with that. I know that a lot of times I go into the office, I'm so upset, I'm throwing stuff around, and you even duck, you know what's coming your way. You're like, oh, what the heck is going on here? But, and then, at the end of the day, I start crying, and you're that shoulder to cry on. You lend that shoulder. So I appreciate that. And I think that that's what clients also appreciate about you, that you're able to do all this stuff. You're able to calm the situation. You're able to be the captain of the ship, and you're able to steer it in the direction that it needs to go in order to help them accomplish their goal, right?
Right.
So quite a challenging business, I would say, right?
Yes, it is.
What is one of the most challenging things besides what I've already talked? Is there, besides what I've already mentioned, is there anything else that's pretty challenging that you find in the real estate business?
For me, maybe time management. I think time management for me it's a big one. Trying to, make everything be where it's supposed to be. Making sure that I am having time for myself and my family. It's not all business, but yes, it is. But yes, it is. In this business, it is, right? And yeah, I think that that's one. And just making sure that my clients are informed, that they know every step from A to Z, because they're part of my team, right? At that point,
Yeah.
I'm part of their team. I want to make sure that they understand where we're at. Talk to them sincere and honest, and just let them know, even when there's negatives.
Yeah.
Not sugarcoating.
And I think you touched on something very important there. You said, we're on the same team. I'm part of the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the challenges is that making sure that people understand, hey, we're on the same team here, right? We're on the same team. We're trying to accomplish your goal, right? And I think that's one of the things that some people don't understand. And when they understand it, they believe it. That's a beautiful thing. It makes our job a lot easier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. With some of those challenges that you mentioned, something positive has to be off of this, right? So what are some positive or rewarding things you get off of this industry?
Oh man, 1, growth. Number 2, seeing the smile when my client gets those keys. I think that is just seeing the smile, even just going to inspection and just seeing them excited, seeing where they're going to put their beds, where they're, especially if they have kids and the kids are like, this is my room, or this is, just that in itself, it's so fulfilling that's just the positive. I don't know what else could be more positive than that, seeing somebody else smile.
It's such a beautiful feeling. And I think that's one of the things that, when you go to sleep at night, that brings a special smile to your face as you're falling asleep. You're putting down your Jameson ginger ale in your nightstand, and you're like, I'm ready to go to bed.
That's it.
Hold on, I think she might be happy because of the gym.
Yeah,
Maybe
I misunderstood that. I go to bed with a big smile on my
sorry,
face. Okay. I thought it was the clients. But anyway, maybe that contributes a little bit as well,
I mean,
right?
sometimes, especially if the clients are like, let's take shots after the closing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vamos, absolutely. Why not? Yeah, and you know what? You just started in real estate really last year. Really is when you started. So you were rookie of the year 2024. So you just started in real estate, but you got going so quickly. Again, incredible. Me and Fernando have talked about this a lot. Looking at you, but to be honest, we
always seen it in you.
We always, of course, yeah. Fernando's like, that girl, she's going to go to the top. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So we saw it. So we weren't surprised when the numbers came up and it's like, Yesenia's Rookie of the Year. Yeah, we expected it, right? We expect nothing. So no pressure on you moving forward, right?
I got you. Okay.
No pressure
Not
whatsoever.
at all. What time it is?
But at this point, you handle yourself, even though you're fairly new in the real estate industry, you handle yourself like a true professional. You handle yourself as someone who's to be respected in this industry. And I am amazed sometimes talking to you, looking at your work, that you are fairly new because you act like you've been a 10-year veteran. I'm like, oh my goodness. How did this happen? And let me ask you this. If somebody were starting off in real estate, what advice would you give them?
change your mentality. I feel like a lot of people come into business thinking of 9 to 5, right? Or seeing other people's success. Don't compare yourself to others, because ultimately it's your business and you run it. It's yours. Whether you're in a team, whether you're solo, it is ultimately your business. Whatever seeds you plant, that's the fruits you're going to get at the end of the day. So I think that totally forgot the question. I'm like, totally forgot the question.
No, that's the advice.
But that was the advice, right? That's what you asked.
You got to put the
Perfect.
freaking work in is what I got.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what it
and
is, yeah.
amen, 100%. Thank you for saying that. The work has to be done. So
Yeah.
you can't just watch Selling Sunset or one of these other
No.
things where you show up in your pajamas and you're saying it's selling $10 million homes and you're walking out with a big fat paycheck. There's a lot of work involved here.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's one of the things that you and I discussed when you first started in real estate. And I said, whatever you think about real estate, if you're thinking it's easy, if you're thinking it's a walk in the park, well, let me tell you, that's not the case. There's a lot of hard work involved.
Yeah.
And I said, are you ready for that hard work? And you said, hell yeah.
Yep.
Ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
And that's what I love. Because sometimes one of the things that I found is that when you are talking to an agent that's just first starting off in real estate and you tell them, this is a lot of hard work. I need you to understand that this is a lot of hard work. It's not easy. That a lot of times your definition or my definition of hard work, it does not coincide with their definition of hard work. So they're thinking, oh my goodness, hard work. I'm going to have to work 20 hours a week. No. More like 60 to 80 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
If you're starting off, you got to be hungry. You got to be ready to go. You have to be able, willing to put your clients above your client's interest, above your own interest, and make sure that you're able to deliver the win for them, right? So it struck me that you understood that, and I kept a close eye on you to see if you truly understood that. And I am very happy to report that yes, you truly understood that.
Yay.
You came through. You knew exactly what my definition of hard work was, and yeah, you're absolutely a great example of it.
Yeah, and there's a fun fact for that too by NAR. Don't quote me exactly on it, but I think over 80% of realtors quit the industry within the first year.
Actually, yes, I had the privilege of attending R4. And
What is R4?
R4 is the REMAX convention in Las Vegas. So I did have the privilege to be there.
In Las Vegas.
Yes.
All
It
right.
stays there. We don't talk about
Okay,
it. It
okay.
stays there. Or it gets posted
Well, what
on
you
Facebook.
learned, the
One or
positive
the
stuff
other.
you learned, I hope
It's
it
either
came back
stays
home.
there or it goes to Facebook.
Yeah.
One or the other.
Yeah, it's
But
on social media
yeah, everything's in social media now, so it doesn't stay there anymore. It's got to be careful. But so I was careful. But yeah, and they did say that. They said that if you were an agent that closed at least some deals, you were doing what you were supposed to, because about 71% of agents in 2024 did not close a deal at all.
Oh my
Wow.
goodness.
And what would you attribute that to? What are the biggest mistakes agents make or new agents make?
I think it's not caring. It's not caring. I think it's not caring. I think it's more thinking you can make big bucks and it's easy. I think, I think it's putting what you just said, Mark, putting your clients' interest above your own. I think a lot of people don't do that, and I think that, and again, that was reiterated in R4, which almost everyone that spoke in that convention, the main source was care, was caring.
That was a big message.
That was a big message. Yeah.
I love it. Did you learn a lot of cool stuff in R4?
I did. I did. Yeah. Especially technology, AI, all that good stuff. I was like, ah.
How was the experience overall?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was very, very good. Yeah. A lot of knowledge, a lot of motivation, seeing
A
where
little bit of gambling, a little bit of
just a little bit blackjack here and there,
Jameson.
little, Jameson.
Well, you
It's
know
free.
what happens is a lot of people here.
I go to the penny and I'm like, oh, free drinks? Great.
I know, right? The
I need
penny
a free
slots.
Jameson and ginger ale. Thank you.
Penny slots where the minimum bet is 25 pennies.
Yeah, literally, or 50 now to $1.
Oh, shoot. A lot of people hear Vegas and they're like, all right, you're going to go have fun and mess around. But the reality that is that is so rewarding to go out there. A little bit of the fun and all that other stuff. But the major rewarding part of it is the wealth of knowledge that you come across there, right? new technologies, motivational speakers, and also reaffirmation of sticking to the core values of being a realtor, right?
Right.
And for me, it's always been incredible. I've gone there a whole bunch of times, and I'm glad that you were able to make it out there, especially being the rookie of the year and being out there and taking all that information in. So yeah, absolutely. Anyone that hasn't attended the REMAX R4 in Vegas, should they go?
Yes, they should.
Amen.
Yeah.
Such a good time.
It is.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
No. And so, new realtors, stick to the game plan, right?
Yeah.
Put in the hard work.
Yes.
Stay focused.
Yes.
What's one of the biggest mistakes that you've seen a lot of new realtors make?
Again, I think it goes back to that mindset. They get discouraged. They think that it's going to change from one day to another. This is with time. You can probably go 6 months without probably not even having a consultation. But those phone calls that you did, those, trial and error contacts that you did, those are eventually going to come back to you. Those are eventually going to reach out. The more you kind of be that squeaky wheel, you're front in line. So they remember any real estate thing that happens. They're like, oh, I remember this person called me, or they have your card and they're like, oh, let me reach out to this person. So I think that that's one thing that, one mistake that they make is that they get discouraged. And I don't think it's for everyone. I don't think real estate is for everyone.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that being able to look at the bigger picture is one of those things, right? So a lot of people, again, from watching a lot of these shows or watching Fernando's reels, they think they're just going to come in here, live that life, the luxury life, the sexy, making it look sexy stuff. And, it's false advertising, bro. Don't make it look so good.
I'll try
To make it look so cool.
Don't make it look so cool,
Trim it
all
down
right?
a little bit.
All right, you got to do it like me. People look at me like, I don't want to be a real estate. No, absolutely not. So, but that's absolutely true. Is being able to come in here, stay focused.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so you see the big picture. You see that all these consultations, all these conversations will start to pay dividends.
Yep.
Right. You have so much going on. Right? We all have a lot of stuff going on. And I've had numerous conversations with Fernando because I don't know how he does it. He does so much. Does so freaking much. I have no idea.
the
He puts out like 100 reels a day and then he closes 100 deals a day. And I'm like, I don't know. And then he's a great father. He's a great family man. But with that said, I know you're a phenomenal mother. Phenomenal mother, Yesenia. And you accomplish so much. How do you work with that work-life balance? How does that work out?
I include them. I got to do showings and I don't have anybody. You're coming with me. You're my assistant. Obviously, there's moments where I have to pick and choose, like, okay, I could take you or I can't,
Right.
But yeah, open houses, same thing. She's my little mini me dressed up like me and
She's
ready
there
to sell
helping?
houses. She's there helping,
Awesome.
I've seen that. That
Yeah.
is amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, because the other day I saw you post this reel where she was signing a contract with a client. She was explaining a contract to a client. I'm like, that is amazing. I'm just kidding.
She
wasn't
does
there.
cold calling and everything.
Yeah, before we get IDFPR calling
I
me,
imagine.
hey, who's this
Yeah,
unlicensed
yeah.
person?
Just kidding.
It's just a little jokey joke.
Right?
So you have your daughter out there. She's with you on some of these showings, and she does a phenomenal. She always looks whenever you put her out there on social media, where you're on one of these showings or all this stuff. She looks like she's having a ton of fun.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah,
Yeah, she enjoys it.
I think her biggest joy is knowing that she's with her mama.
I
and
think
she's
so.
spending some time with her
Yeah,
mama.
for sure.
Because she's like dancing around, big
Yeah.
smile on her face. I love it. So that's a way that you're able to maintain that balance, right?
Yes.
Good. I love that.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, Yesenia, where do you see the market, the real estate market, in the next 5 to 10 years?
I see it blooming.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it's
Closing
going
more
to bloom. I
deals?
think closing
Yeah.
more deals, some that are in the works. So yeah, I think it's looking good.
It's looking good.
I think it's looking
Yes.
good, yeah.
Well, you have a lot of people that you're helping right now. A lot
Yeah.
of people that pre-approved, out there looking for homes, submitting offers every day. I see you all the time, typing away, getting those offers submitted. And I think that is incredible. So you're seeing a very positive outlook right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have these multiple offer situations, but a lot more properties are coming on the market. Haven't
Yeah.
you seen that?
Yes, I have.
Good.
Yeah.
How do you stay on top of the market as to what's going on?
Searches every day, inform myself, read.
Good. And another way I've seen or noticed that you keep an eye on the market is you do the market minute.
Yes, I do.
Right? Market
Yes,
minute is
market
like,
minute
all
is
right,
big.
I got to know my numbers
Yes.
because I got to do this market minute thing.
Yep.
So that is pretty awesome. You have fun with that or
I
no?
do. I really do.
Those videos
I enjoy
seem
it.
like a good time.
Those videos are such a good time.
And let me tell you, we don't even pre-script them. It's on
It's off the
that
top?
same day. Here's
Yeah?
the script, guys. This is what we're doing. It's like,
okay.
all right, we got this. So
Yeah, right.
that's how it works.
Yeah.
Our,
So
our
Mark always gives me
producer.
some nice compliments over here, but those videos you guys produce, they're like, yeah, those get like 1 million views at least.
1,000,001, but no one is counting at all. No one's
Not
counting
at
at
all.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot. I think we prepare ourselves with the numbers, right? Know what the
Yes.
heck is going on in the market.
Yeah.
Know those numbers. But other than that, we just go out there and have a little fun.
Yeah, we do.
Go have a little fun, visit different places,
Yeah.
and see what the heck is going on.
And I do have a follow-up question with that. Are you seeing a lot of multiple offers right now? Or
I am,
you are?
especially a lot of properties are lasting 4 days. I mean, obviously, if they're priced right,
Right,
they're
right.
priced right, or they're going 4 days in, 3 days in. They're highest and best within 2 more days or something. So yeah, I do see that. I'm seeing that more often,
Awesome.
especially right now.
And besides buying a Jameson and ginger ale, mix for the listing agent, what else do you do to be able to convince them to pick your offer? Because you've been pretty successful in a lot of these multiple offer situations.
Again, just being myself, calling them, being straightforward, like, hey, this is the deal.
Like, hey,
I need this.
I left something outside your door, and they're
Yeah.
like, how do you know where I live?
It's like, I got you. I'll go
Accept
pick it
this
up.
offer,
Yeah.
or I'm
Yeah.
calling
Or I'm
my
calling.
boss.
Yes.
Yeah,
My boss is gonna
thinking
jump
about
in.
that. Is it more the ginger ale Jameson or the fact that you know where they live that freaks them out and they're like, I'm gonna pick this offer. I don't want no trouble.
It's one or the other. I think it's the alcohol. though.
Yeah, whatever. It works totally 100%. So you have so much fun. You're like me. We let our hair down. We go out there and have fun in real estate, right?
Yeah.
So are you okay with being in real estate? Are you still very happy? I mean, you've been a whole year now in real estate.
Yeah,
It's actually less than a year, but going on a year
yeah,
almost.
yeah, pretty much.
How do you feel about real estate still?
I love it.
You still
yeah,
love
I
it.
still love it.
Good.
Yeah, I do. I think the more that time passes, the more I learn, the more I love it.
All right. So you have
Yeah.
no concern whatsoever after looking at me being in real estate for 22 years that you're going to end up like me?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
Love it.
Just going to stick around. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
So
Good.
you're
Good.
addicted to the game now.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
right,
I
right.
think I am. Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure.
just heard a quote from somebody that I was hanging out with yesterday, and he said pretty much, "You have to hate yourself to be in real estate." Just because they
No
don't,
way.
people don't understand how tough the industry
Yeah,
is,
it's
right?
true.
But hey, there is something to it where it brings a lot of pleasure and excitement to keep
Yeah,
going.
it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Yeah.
But let's just say that you never would have bumped into that house a little bit over a year ago. What would you be doing right now? What else would Yesenia be doing other than if she weren't in real estate, being a top producer and a rookie of the year? What do you see Yesenia doing?
To be honest, I think I would have probably continued my general contracting, maybe got more knowledge on it, and tried it out. Or continue to search, but I think I would have ended up in real estate anyways. And if not, probably continued in the medical field, try management positions, maybe, higher up in that area. But yeah.
I love that. So you were doing general contracting. How was that? Was that pretty fun too?
It was fun. It was a little tough because I am a female, so it is not easy. But yeah, I had a lot of fun. Yeah, did.
What was it that you liked about that? Because I think that you could kind of connect that back with real estate.
Yes.
Is my guess. But let me ask you, what did you like about general contracting so much?
So having the original consultation, seeing what their vision was, and then being able to deliver that at the end and saying, hey, here's your bathroom. And then they're like, oh my God, I love this, Yeah.
Sounds like real estate to
Yeah.
me.
Sounds like real estate to me too.
Absolutely.
Same thing.
But
yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm thinking that that's what the person at McDonald's thinks about me when they give me that Big Mac, and I'm like, yeah. And they see the happy face on my face, right?
Possibly, yeah.
But anyway, I got other problems going on. We're not going to talk about those problems today. That's way too much to unpack there. But so Yesenia, you would be doing general contracting. You would be in the medical field. And I think it aligns very well with what you're doing right now because you keep delivering those smiles. I love it.
Absolutely. So let's go back a little bit back to real estate. What is one of the unusual or weird things that has happened to you in the real estate business?
In real estate, I don't think I have a specific one. The funny things I have been asked is when we're seeing houses and clients are like, hey, is there a ghost spirit here, or has somebody died here? Especially when it's estate sales, they're like, can we find out if they died inside the house? So when it gets a little paranormal, it's kind of fun to just have that conversation with your client. Like, well, no.
And what do you say?
I don't know.
Or let's bring one of those ghost devices.
Right, ghost device. Let's search.
Yeah. Or here's another idea: you go walk in there with a Santo Yo candle.
Hey!
There you go, and be like, shoo, spirit,
Yes,
shoo.
very good.
All right.
To everyone out there, Mark Santoyo has a candle business.
I do have a candle, Santo Yo. All right, you got to get that candle. It helps with all kinds of stuff, including los espíritus.
Los espíritus.
Los espíritus. They run away. So
That's their secret to closing deals.
You see? There you go. I told you guys.
Why are you saying the secret, though? Come on. You're just letting our secrets out.
I like to share it.
That's how it works.
But you know what? I like to share.
I guess I like to share too.
But it is
That's
pretty
fine.
cool that my face not only scares living people, but also the dead. Right? It scares the heck out of all of them.
Right.
All right. So good. Yeah. And, Yesenia, if you had a piece of advice for young Yesenia, she's coming up in the world. She is exploring different stuff. She's trying to figure out who Yesenia is going to be moving forward. What piece of advice would you give a young Yesenia?
Trust God's process and don't give up. And just try whatever comes to mind, whatever thought, whatever business, whatever anything, just follow it. Just do it. Even if you fail, just do it.
So would you say that's one of those things that you repeat to yourself every
Every
morning?
day.
Because
Yes.
I know you said you
Yep.
have a process
That
every
is
morning
me.
of prayer.
Every morning.
Like, yeah, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Oh, that's
Yes.
beautiful. Very good. And so you don't mess with the glass, that has a little bit of Jameson and ginger ale on the side. You leave that alone, right?
I leave that
It was
alone.
there from the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it's like a whole new day.
Yeah.
And we'll refill that glass at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right before
There
bed.
you go. All right. You see, you're not alone, Fernando. You're not the only one that does that right before bed. Yes, there you go.
And Yesenia, I want to ask you a couple
Yeah.
more, trade secrets, but I'm probably going to skip that question because you gave enough secrets out there to everybody. Let me ask you a big question, though.
Ooh.
Why did you choose to work with REMAX Loyalty?
Why did I choose to work with REMAX Loyalty? Well, I actually knew a little bit about REMAX Loyalty. I was introduced to the group and to REMAX Loyalty. And based on that, I knew the resources that REMAX Loyalty gave to their agents, from Power Hour to having the support, the experience from top producing agents. I think that in itself, and just seeing the family that I felt in REMAX caring, goes back down to the same thing, right? So I think that it is important to have that. And I think REMAX Loyalty carries those qualities. So yeah.
Good. Yes.
That's why.
And I got to tell you something, Yesenia, because as an owner of REMAX Loyalty, also as a team lead of the Santoyo Group, and multiple other businesses that I've had the pleasure of being part of. One of the things that I've kind of come to learn is I kind of could feel the vibe from people, right? And I kind of have an idea of whether that person has the drive, the charisma, the personality to be successful in real estate. And one of the things that struck me about you, and I'll be totally 100% honest with you, is that at the time when we had this conversation, you were introduced by a friend of mine, and that I respect very much. And so you had something very positive, right, on your side. But to be honest with you, at that time, I was not exactly looking to bring someone on to the team. I was taking the meeting because, this person said, you should meet with this girl, right? So I met with you, And I swear, after meeting with you, I said, hands down, I want this girl on the team, right? And that's just because, and I went into this meeting thinking, yeah, I'm not even sure if I'm looking for a new team member, but it's something about you. You have the spark. You have the personality. You have the charisma. You say, I'm willing to work. I'm willing to go 110% if possible. And I said, yes, I want this girl, right? So anyway, that struck me. And even to this day, you continue with it. It's incredible. And, thank you so much for that. Yesenia.
Mark, it sounds like you called it since the beginning, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Since the first interview.
There you go. Since the first interview, I was like Rookie of the Year, right? You did let out a little burp, and I could smell the alcohol. But I was like, you know what? Whatever.
She got it.
You had so much energy, enthusiasm. I'm like, I can't say no. Yes. Let's do it.
It was
right?
a similarity we had.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. I'm like, was that me or was that you? I don't know.
I don't know. It's one of the two.
It's fine. It's fine. I smell alcohol somewhere. We're totally fine. You're coming on the team, and I have absolutely no reservations about that. I am very happy. I don't. What's the word? I don't.
You don't regret it?
I don't regret it.
You don't regret it? Sure.
Yeah,
It took a while. It took a little bit to say.
Regrets is not even part of my vocabulary. Thank you for letting me know.
It took a little bit.
It should be, but with enough alcohol, the regrets you forget it. But anyhow, I have no regrets whatsoever. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure having you at REMAX Loyalty. It's been a pleasure having you as part of the Santoyo group. I know that you're gonna keep going all the way to the top, and I know because you care about your clients and you're there to make sure they get their big win. And if you stick by that principle, they're going to do right by you.
Awesome.
So,
Love it.
Yesenia, thank you so much for being our guest on What's Poppin Friday. Thank you guys for joining us on What's Poppin Friday. Tune in next Friday for another interview. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Homework. Homework.com. That's homework with an E. Thank you so much for sponsoring us and for your support. Any other final words?
Anything you want to plug in before we close out?
No, let's just keep kicking butt and
right.
helping more people. Hey.
Yesenia, thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you
It was
guys
a
so
total
much
pleasure.
for having me. An amazing time. Thank you, guys.
Amen.